Okay, today's session. What we have learned in last lecture, can anyone revise? What actually we have started? Let me know. Have you seen your attendance? I have kept that attendance in your group. So please check your attendance, whether your attendance is less, more. Hmm? Okay, we'll start our today's session. In last lecture, we have started our second unit, sensor, actuator, and end effector. Okay, next we have seen the syllabus of this one. In that sensors, we will see the classification of sensor, joint angle sensor, rotary encoders, proximity sensor, switches, range sensors, and these are the GPS and INE. These are the sensors we will discussing in sensors part. Next, actuators and end effector. So we will see this whole content in our second unit. Okay, out of that, the first part of this unit we have started, it is nothing but sensor. And in that we have seen the classification of sensors in last time. Okay, now we have started what is mean by sensor, how we can define that sensor. Okay, we have seen. Next, it is related about the sensors. Okay, we can compare with human, nose, ear, and mouth. These are the sensors of human. Similar sensors we need. Rohit Salgar, can you mute yourself? Nityanand. Voice. Am I audible now? Sushant, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have written that voice is low. That's why. Now it is clear, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll move to us. After that, we have seen the various types of the sensors. Okay, which are that sensors. It is used in our robotics. Okay, that sensors we have seen. Next, basic functions to provide by sensors. Okay, which are the basic functions? Why it is needed? The sensors in the robotics we have seen. After that, we have started the classification of sensor. Okay, it is classified. It is mainly classified into two types of sensors, which are those. First one is the internal sensor, and second one is the external. Again, that external sensors are two types: contact type, non-contact type, and internal sensors. Okay, like positional sensors, velocity, acceleration sensor, and force sensors. Okay, we have started last time. These are the some sensors, positioning related sensors, which are those encoders, potentiometer, LVDT, and resolver. We will see these many sensors, as well as we will see some of the like Hall effect sensors, tachometer. These are the sensors we will discuss in नेक्स्ट सेशन. ओके, पुढच्या सेशन मध्ये आपण बघणार आहेत हॉल इफेक्ट सेन्सर म्हणजे काय, टॅकोमीटर सेन्सर कोणते असतात, कशासाठी यूज करतो आपण, हे आपण नेक्स्ट लेक्चर मध्ये बघणार आहे. ओके, नाउ we have started again. Basically it is classified into internal sensors and external. How we can define internal sensors? Used to operate the drive units. Okay, and which are those? Positional sensor, velocity, acceleration. And the external user to collect information of the environment. And in that you will find that camera, it is one type of external sensor of robot. Next, we have started contact type, non-contact type sensors. Next, touch sensors and force sensors. Okay, we have seen this. Next, we have started the internal sensors. These are the some external sensors. Next, we have started the position measurement sensors. Okay, which are those linear encoder or encoders. These encoders are used to, okay, last time we have discussed related to the linear encoder. Okay, what is the use of encoder? Encoder is used to measure the displacement or the to find the rotary motion. We need these encoders. Okay, एखाद्या कॉम्पोनंटचं डिस्प्लेसमेंट किती झालेलं आहे हे जर फाइंड आउट करायचे असेल किंवा पोझिशनल मुवमेंट किंवा पोझिशनल मेजरमेंट करायचे असेल तर त्या ठिकाणी आपल्याला काय लागणार आहे तर इनकोडरची गरज बसणार. आता इनकोडर काय असतो? ओके, सिम्पली you can see here one light source is there, one condenser lens is there, and in front of that condenser lens one glass plate with small rectangular holes inside that plate. Okay, एक rectangular plate आहे आणि त्याला काय केले तर लहान लहान कट प्रोव्हाइड केलेले आहेत आणि ऍट लास्ट दे हॅव यूज वन सेन्सिंग एलिमेंट. ओके, जो काही सेन्सिंग एलिमेंट असेल. आता काय होणार आहे बघा तर incremental linear encoder मध्ये, okay, when we start the light, okay, light will pass to the condenser. okay, कुठे जाणार आहे तर लाईट चालू केल्यानंतर कुठं पास होईल पहिल्यांदा कंडेन्सर मध्ये. कंडेन्सर काय करणार आहे तर ओके दॅट लाईट फ्रॉम लाईट सोर्स that condenser will collect all rays of light source and it will convert into the single ray. okay, काय करणार आहे तर कंडेन्सर जेवढे काय लाईट सोर्स रेज असणार आहेत त्याला काय करणार आहे तर कंडेन्स करून काय सिंगल लाईन मध्ये कन्वर्ट करण्याचं काम कोण करणार आहे तर हा कंडेन्सर करेल. अँड दॅट कंडेन्सर विल पास दॅट सिंगल लाईन फ्रॉम दिस होल्स. अँड इफ इट इज होल, obviously it will pass from this glass plate and it will receive to the sensing element. okay, if it generate receive that signal, it will generate the one wave, okay, or one sign. We can say that one pulse. It will generate one pulse. And if it will move this plate to next, आता जर मी काय केले तर होल असेल तर सिग्नल पास होईल. आता जर दोन होलच्या मध्ये आली तर काय होणार आहे तर त्या ठिकाणी तर इट डज नॉट पास दॅट लाईट रे. okay, it does not generate any signal. Means you can see here, I will draw here, I will take okay, means at start when light will pass, okay, it will generate one pulse. okay, light pass झाली तर काय करेल तर एक पल्स जनरेट करेल किंवा एक सिग्नल क्रिएट करेल. ओके, आता जर ब्लँक असेल तर ह्या दोन होलच्या मध्ये जर लाईट पडत असेल, इन्सिडेंट होत असेल तर त्या ठिकाणी सेन्सरला मिळणार आहे का तर इट डज नॉट जनरेट एनी pulse. okay, that's why I have drawn here. okay, it does not generate any wave or the pulse. okay, I can write 0. again next cut will be there. okay, again it will pass that light and it will receive the sensor. it will receive that sensor and it will generate one more pulse. okay, तो काय करेल तर एक अजून एक पल्स करेल. अगेन यापुढे काय आहे तर असे काय केले ते नंबर ऑफ स्लॉट्स कट केलेले आहेत. म्हणजे ज्या ठिकाणी स्लॉट आहे त्या ठिकाणी वेव्ह जनरेट करेल, ज्या ठिकाणी स्लॉट नाही त्या ठिकाणी काय असणार आहे तर इट डज नॉट जनरेट द वेव्स. okay, means like this pattern it will generate. okay, if single cut will be there, then it will generate only one wave. means this signals it depend upon the number of slots in the inside that plate. okay, जेवढे काय स्लॉट्स आहेत तेवढे काय असणार आहेत तर सिग्नल्स जनरेट करणार. and depend upon that signal we can measure the distance of that or the linear displacement of that object. okay, त्या ऑब्जेक्टची लिनियर डिस्प्लेसमेंट किती झालेली आहे ते आपण त्या ठिकाणी मेजर करणार. ते कसं मेजर करणार आहे तर okay, we will attach this plate to that component where we should move and again will do this whole attachment on that moving part, and depend upon the movement of this one, we will measure the displacement of the that part. Okay, किती डिस्प्लेसमेंट होणार आहे हे आपण त्या ठिकाणी मेजर करू शकतो. ओके, नाउ इन्क्रीमेंट, यू जस्ट रिमेंबर दॅट. ओके, आता इनकोडर कशासाठी यूज करतो हे फक्त सगळ्यांनी लक्षात ठेवा. इनकोडर्स आर यूज टू मेजर द डिस्प्लेसमेंट. आणि हे कसं मेजर करणार आहे डिस्प्लेसमेंट? तर एक लाईट सोर्स असेल, कंडेन्सर असेल, एक ओके स्लॉट कट केलेली ग्लास प्लेट असेल आणि पाठीमागं सेन्सर असेल. ज्यावेळेस लाईट स्टार्ट करेल त्यावेळेस कंडेन्सर मध्ये लाईट गॅदर होईल. त्यापासून कंडेन्सर काय करेल तर एक सिग्नल जनरेट करेल आणि तो सिग्नल कुठं पास करणार आहे तर त्या ठिकाणी तर सेन्सरला. जर होल असेल तर सेन्सर सेन्स करणार आहे आणि तो काय करणार आहे तर एक पल्स क्रिएट करणार. जर त्या ठिकाणी ब्लँक स्पेस आला तर काय असणार आहे तर इट डज नॉट जनरेट एनी पल्स. Depend upon that one, okay, number of pulses we can convert into the our measured length. Okay, जेवढे काय पल्सेस जनरेट झाले त्यावरून आपण काय करू शकणार आहे तर किती लेंथ डिस्प्ले झाली हे आपण त्या ठिकाणी फाइंड आउट करू शकणार. ओके, that only I have written, just we will go through it. It has a incremental linear encoder. It has a transparent glass scale with opaque gathering. Okay, the thickness of grating lines and the gap between them is made same, which are in the range of microns. One side of the scale is provided with a light source and condenser lens. Okay, now we have discussed this. In front of this, okay, we have kept light source and condenser. That only I have written here. On the other side, there is a light sensing cell. म्हणजे ह्याच्या अपोजिट साइडला काय येतं, लाईट सेन्सिंग सेल आहे. The resistance of the cell photodiodes decreases whenever a beam of light fall on them. Okay, इथे एक फोटो डायोड असणार आहे. ज्यावेळेस लाईट सोर्स इमिट होईल त्या सेन्सर वरती त्यावेळेस काय करणार तर इट विल जनरेट द वन सिग्नल when light beam falls on them. Thus a pulse is generated each time a beam of the light intersect by the opaque line. This pulses is fed to the controller, which update the counter. A record of the distance traveled. Means this part is the sensor is connected with the counter, and counter will count these pulses. And depend upon that counting, it will define or it will measure the displacement of that plate. Okay, किती displacement झाली आहे ते आपल्याला बघायला. Now, next one. Yes, I will erase this one. Okay, in that encoder, there are two types of encoder. Which are those? The first one is the linear encoder, and the second one is the absolute encoder. Okay. Now, in that incremental and absolute encoders. In absolute encoders, one, now you can see here, there is one slot, one gap. Like that only the cuts are provided inside that plate. Means in this, we can say that the sensing is changing with respect to the time. Okay, this sensor will sense or the pulses is generated with respect to the time. But you can see here in absolute linear encoder, there is continuous slots over the plate. Okay, ही एक प्लेट असणार आहे आणि त्यावरती काय असणार आहे तर कंटिन्युअस स्लॉट असेल. मीन्स आय विल ड्रॉ हिअर. ॲट अ स्टार्ट वी कॅन से हिअर, आता सपोज ह्या ठिकाणी आलेले आहे आणि ही प्लेट मूव्ह आली. ॲट स्टार्ट देर इज, ओके, इट विल पास दिस. ओके, आता ही काय होणार आहे तर समोरच्या साईडला लाईट आणि कंडेन्सर आणि पाठीमागच्या साईडला सेन्सर जर अटॅच केलं असेल तर काय असणार आहे तर इट विल कंटिन्युअसली pass the signal to that photodiode. Means it will generate continuous pulse. Okay, it will generate continuous pulse, and after this, okay, त्यानंतर काय होईल तर after this it does not generate any pulse. Okay, त्यानंतर काय असणार आहे तर कुठलीही पल्स त्या ठिकाणी जनरेट कर. Here you can see here, okay, at some time it will generate the pulse. After that it does not generate, and after that means every slot having fixed fixed pulses, or the we can say that pulses it is counted in the form of binary or the secondary or binary or the decimal numbers. हे जे काही पल्सेस जनरेट होणार आहेत ते काय असणार आहेत, जे काही पल्सेस असणार आहेत ते बायनरी नंबर किंवा डेसिमल नंबर मध्ये काउंट केले. आता हे कसे काउंट केले जाणार बघूया आपण त्या ठिकाणी. तर फक्त एक लक्षात ठेवा सगळ्यांनी की again this absolute and increment, what is the difference between in absolute and increment? Okay, just remember that. Okay, in absolute, okay, I will go through it. First we will understood this incremental. In incremental linear encoder, these pulses are generated with respect to the time, but in absolute it continuously with respect to the time. We can say that the zero with respect to time, or simply we can say that it does not change with respect to the time. म्हणजे हे काय असणार आहे तर टाइम बरोबर काय असणार आहे तर चेंज होणार नाही. म्हणजे जर कंटिन्युअस स्लॉट असेल तर चेंज होईल का, प्रत्येक वेळेस चेंज होणार नाही. म्हणजे ठराविक स्लॉट पर्यंत काय असेल तर तो फिक्स असेल आणि त्यानंतर इट विल जनरेट अगेन some another pulse. But here you can see the continuous pulses are generated. It is a difference between these two. Okay, सिंपल लक्षात ठेवा या दोन्हीतला डिफरन्स, जे आपल्याला नंतर कुठे विचारलं तर सांगता येईल. ओके, सेम अरेंजमेंट असेल, फक्त या ठिकाणी सिंगल स्लॉटच्या ठिकाणी कंटिन्युअस स्लॉट असते. ओके, अगेन दिस एन्कोडर आर युज्ड टू मेजर द डिस्प्लेसमेंट and where we can use where we required. Okay, when we use these kinds of absolute linear encoder where the more accuracy it is needed. Okay, ज्या ठिकाणी जास्त अॅक्युरेसी पाहिजे तर त्या ठिकाणी आपण काय करणार आहे तर अशा टाइपचे इन्कोडर यूज करणार. इट इज सिमिलर इन द प्रिन्सिपल ॲज द इन्क्रिमेंटल लिनियर इन्कोड. म्हणजे हे कसं आहे तर सेम लिनियर इन्क्रिमेंटल इन्कोडर जो ज्या पद्धतीने वर्क होतो त्या पद्धतीने वर्क होणार आहे. फक्त काय डिफरन्स आहे या दोघांमध्ये तर ओनली in this continuous slots are provided and their continuous slots are that slots are cut with specific intervals and it changes with respect to the time. Okay, the difference is the given absolute value of the distance covered at any time, thus the chances of missing the pulse at high speed is less. Means here we can say that it is used for more accuracy, for measurement of more accuracy, because here we have written काय म्हणलेलं आहे तर जर ह्या ठिकाणी जर बघितलं तर पल्सेस एकदम हाय स्पीड असेल तर एखादा पल्स मेजर करण्याचे जर राहिला तर त्या ठिकाणी देअर मे बी चेंज ऑफ डिस्प्लेसमेंट. बट हियर ड्यू टू कंटिन्युअस स्लॉट्स इट इज वी कॅन से दॅट इट इज मोर सेफ और द मोर accurate दिस ऍब्सोल्यूट लिनियर इनकोडर्स. म्हणजे हे काय असणार आहे तर जास्त ॲक्युरेट असणार आहे. म्हणजे कशामुळे ॲक्युरेट असणार आहे तर दिस विल प्रोव्हाइड कंटिन्युअस पल्स और द कंटिन्युअस that movement to that or the continuous light it will pass in the sensors. Okay, and it we can say that it cannot miss any pulse inside this. म्हणजे कुठलीही पल्स मिस होणार नाही त्यामध्ये, कारण की इथं कंटिन्युअस स्लॉट नाही. The scale is marked in a sequence of opaque and transparent strip. It is the scale shown if the opaque block represent 1, okay, and the transparent block as a 0, then the leftmost column will show a binary number. Okay, म्हणजे ह्या ठिकाणी जर काय केले तर त्या ठिकाणी तर opaque and black, okay, it is converted into 1 and 0 form. म्हणजे ह्या ठिकाणी काय केलेलं आहे तर to convert these signals into the binary we have to design such that okay this opaque portion we can it is represented as 1 and this black portion it is represented as 0. Then the leftmost column will show a binary number as a 0 0. Means this portion it will left portion it will represent as a 0 0 0. That is decimal value is 0. And the rightmost column will show a binary number 111. That is decimal value value of 61. Okay, ती काय असणार ते 61 value असते. Okay, next we'll see some of the videos. It is related to how actually that absolute and incremental encoder. What's this? Okay, here you will understood actually how it is. Okay, this that strip is mounted on this slider. These are the linear encoders. You can watch carefully how that it is working. Okay, these are the sensors mounting glass scale. Okay, we have seen. Okay, here that cuts are provided. Okay, small cuts are provided. Okay, this one is the absolute, and above this one, these are the incremental. Okay, small lines, and below that, okay, this one is the incremental. We can say that, and this one is the absolute. या ठिकाणी दोन स्केल आहेत तुम्ही बघू शकता. जे कंटिन्युअस लाईन दिसतात ते काय आहे तर इन्क्रिमेंटल इनकोडर, आणि हे जे काय आहे ते ऍब्सोल्यूट इनकोडर. Might be you have seen barcodes, similar kind of that function.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Video is not visible, sir.
Video is not visible.
Only PPT is visible.
Wait. Sorry, actually I have. Can you see now?
Yes, sir.
See here. Okay, here that two. Okay, incremental encoders, and this one is the absolute. Okay, two strips are there. Might be you have seen in the library. There is one barcode. Okay, in that barcode also you will find such kinds of line. Okay, similar kinds. Okay, in absolute some gaps are provided, you can see here, and in incremental there is continuous lines are there. Okay, this above is the incremental and this below is the absolute one. You can see this one. These are the, you can see here. Okay, this one is the incremental track, and these are the some reference, or we can say that absolute track out. Okay, the movement is moving similar. Okay, these are the signals. Okay, these are the sensors. It is capturing, it will generate the waves. Such kinds of. Okay, one more. You can see that video completely.
This is how fast YouTube is with Brave. Notice how there's no pre-roll ads? And here
Afterward, you can see all the videos. I will just show you how that actually it is working. Okay, you can see this one. Can you see this? picture, video?
Yes.
Encoders, I will directly move to that encoder parts. Okay, you can find here. These are the some linear encoders. Okay, here it will clearly you will see that linear encoders. And mostly these are the you will find in the CNC machines. Okay. Okay, here you can see at before installing that encoders. Okay, here it is shown before installing the encoder how it is working. Means sometimes it will miss that false, but if you install that encoders, directly I will move. Okay, now you can see it will drill continuously, it will drill, but due to okay, here you can see here there is some change in the hole, but if you install that linear encoders, now you can see exact position it is cutting. That one more is there, absolute and the both they have shown both different.
As a measuring system for moving parts that controls the motion of an operating device. Encoders are used to translate rotary or linear motion into a digital signal, helping to determine the speed or position of a motor or other moving equipment. Basically, an encoder acts as a measuring system for moving parts. There are two different types of encoders,
Okay, you can
linear and rotary. A linear encoder responds to motion along a path, while a rotary encoder responds to rotational motion. Within these two categories, we can list different encoder measurements types such as absolute and
okay, we have seen these linear encoders, not we have seen rotary encoder. These linear encoders are classified into two. One is the absolute and second one is the increment. And the rotary also it is classified into the two. One is absolute and the second one is the increment. Now
encoders which are capable of providing unique position values from the moment they are switched on, and incremental encoders that instead generate an output signal each time the shaft rotates a certain amount. Encoders also differ in electromechanical technologies such as optical, magnetic, inductive, capacitive, and laser. In this video, we will focus on the most popular encoder technology, the optical encoder. We will see different types of optical encoders and their applications.
Actually, this one is the rotary absolute encoder.
That encodes. It is normally used position into a digital or analog.
Okay, this above one is the incremental encoder
Signal,
and
which
the below
can then
one
be
is
decoded into position by a motion controller.
Absolutely.
It is normally used for linear measurements in order to detect the translational motion of an object. These encoders, in fact, can use a rod or a cable that is run between the encoder's
Here, you
transducer
can see
and the
here.
object that will be
Here
measured
you
for
will
movement.
find that
Let's
encoder.
move on to the rotary encoder, also a rotating by a motion with a scale
Okay,
that
this one
encodes
is the sensing
position.
element.
The transducer reads the scale in
Here,
order
okay, you can see here this cut plate, continuous cuts are there. This one is the incremental encoder, and below this one, okay, this one is the absolute one. Okay, understood? Okay, हे लक्षात ठेवा सगळ्यांनी. लिनियर इन्कोडर मध्ये दोन टाइप आहेत, एक म्हणजे ऍब्सोल्यूट आणि दुसरा म्हणजे आहे तो म्हणजे इन्क्रिमेंटल. इन्क्रिमेंटल मध्ये काय केलं जातं तर कंटिन्युअस स्लॉट्स प्रोव्हाइड केले जातात आणि ऍब्सोल्यूट मध्ये थोडे स्पेसिफिक गॅप सोडून काय केले जाणार आहेत तर स्लॉट प्रोव्हाइड केले जाणार. हे जे काही स्लॉट्स आहेत त्याला काय म्हणलं जातं तर ऍब्सोल्यूट इन्कोडर्स. अशा जे इन्कोडर असतात त्याला ऍब्सोल्यूट इन्कोडर असं म्हणतात.
convert the
आता रोटरी बघूया आणि त्यानंतर पुढचे रोटरी इन्कोडर कसे मेजर केले जातात ते आपल्याला डिटेल मध्ये बघ. ओके, नेक्स्ट वन इज द रोटरी इन्कोडर. अगेन वन लाईट सोर्स इज देअर. ओके, आता रोटरी इन्कोडर मध्ये काय असणार आहे तर ज्या पद्धतीने लिनियर इन्कोडर मध्ये एक लाईट सोर्स, कंडेन्सर आणि एक स्ट्रेट प्लेट होती. ओके, ग्लासची काय होती तर सरळ प्लेट आणि सेन्सिंग एलिमेंट होती. तर आणि रोटरी मध्ये काय असणार आहे तर हे लिनियर एन्कोडर बद्दल झालं आणि रोटरी मध्ये फक्त काय असेल तर ह्यामध्ये डिफरन्स, दिस straight plate it is replaced with circular disc. Okay, what is the difference between linear and rotary encoder? In this rotary encoder only this straight plate it is replaced by one circular disc. Okay, here you will see. Okay, एक लाईट सोर्स आहे, एक सर्क्युलर डिस्क आहे आणि त्या ठिकाणी काय असणार आहे तर सेन्सिंग इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिव्हाइसेस. आता काय असणार आहे तर अगेन in rotary encoder continuous slots are provided. Okay, I will show you. In incremental rotary encoder आता रोटरी मध्ये दोन टाइप आहेत, एक म्हणजे इन्क्रिमेंटल आणि सेकंड म्हणजे ऍब्सोल्यूट. आता इन्क्रिमेंटल मध्ये काय केलं जाणार आहे तर त्या डिस्क वरती जे काय सर्कम्फरन्स आहे त्या डिस्क सर्कम्फरन्स आहे, along this circumference the continuous slots are provided in incremental rotary encoder. In that continuous light will pass. Okay, if hole is there आणि ह्या समोरच्या साईडला काय असणार आहे तर लाईट सोर्स असणार आहे, ह्याच्या पाठीमागच्या साईडला काय असणार आहे तर सेन्सिंग एलिमेंट असणार. तर लाईट आपण ऑन करणार आहे. ओके, जर होल आला तर लाईट सेन्सर सेन्स करेल आणि पल्स जनरेट करेल. मीन्स कंटिन्युअस पल्सेस जर जनरेट केले तर तो काय असेल तर इन्क्रिमेंटल, आणि त्या ठिकाणी कंटिन्युअस पल्सेस विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू टाइम. ओके, टाइम बरोबर कंटिन्युअस पल्सेस जर जनरेट केले तर तो काय असणार आहे तर इन्क्रिमेंटल. आणि ऍब्सोल्यूट मध्ये काय असणार आहे तर ओके, इट डज नॉट चेंज विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू टाइम और इट जनरेट डज नॉट चेंज द पल्सेस विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू द टाइम. दोज encoders of that disk are, we can say that, absolute rotary encoders. You can see here हे कंटिन्युअस स्लॉट्स पडलेत परंतु ह्या ठिकाणी कंटिन्युअस नाहीत, तर ह्या ठिकाणी स्पेसिफिक इंटरवल पर्यंत काय केले तर त्या ठिकाणी स्लॉट्स क्रिएट केले. असे जे काय असणार आहेत तर ते म्हणजे कुठले असणार आहेत तर ओके ऍब्सोल्यूट रोटरी इन्कोडर. ओके, लिनियर आणि ऍब्सोल्यूट रोटरी मध्ये पहिल्यांदा लक्षात येते का, लिनियर मध्ये स्ट्रेट प्लेट असेल आणि रोटरी मध्ये सर्क्युलर डिस्क असेल. आता ह्या दोन्ही जे दोन टाइप आहेत, एक म्हणजे इन्क्रिमेंटल आणि ऍब्सोल्यूट. आता इन्क्रिमेंट आणि ऍब्सोल्यूट मध्ये सगळ्यांनी व्यवस्थित लक्षात ठेवा, ज्या ठिकाणी कंटिन्युअस कट्स प्रोव्हाइड केले जातात ते म्हणजे काय झालं इन्क्रिमेंटल इन्कोडर्स, आणि ज्या ठिकाणी कंटिन्युअस कट केलेला आहे ओके म्हणजे ह्या अशा पद्धतीने ओके कंटिन्युअस थोड्या डिस्टन्स पर्यंत कट प्रोव्हाइड केलेले असे जे काही कट्स असतात तर ते म्हणजे कुठे असणार आहे तर ऍब्सोल्यूट रोटरी इन्कोडर किंवा ऍब्सोल्यूट. आता जर स्ट्रेट लाईन वरती जर असेल ओके तर ते काय असणार आहे तर ऍब्सोल्यूट लिनियर इन्कोडर, आणि जर हे सर्क्युलर डेस्क वरती अशा पद्धतीने केलं असेल तर ते काय असणार आहे तर रोटरी ऍब्सोल्यूट रोटरी एन्कोडर्स असणार आहे. ओके, नाउ जस्ट वी विल रीड थ्रू इट, go through it. Increment rotary encoder, it is similar to the linear incremental encoder with a difference that the grating are now on a circular disc. आता पहिलं स्ट्रेट लाईन एक प्लेट होती त्यावरती होती किंवा रेक्टेंग्युलर प्लेट वरती होती, फक्त हे जे काय केले तर सर्क्युलर डिस्क वरती केले. द कॉमन व्हॅल्यू ऑफ विड्थ transparent space is 20 micron. There are two sets of grating lines on two different circles which detect detection of the rotation, and one can also enhance the accuracy of the sensor. There is the another circle which contain only one grating marks. It is used to measurement of a full circles. Okay, this is about the incremental and absolute. Similar to the absolute linear encoder, the circular disc is provided into number of circular strips. Each strip has a definite arc segment. This means these are the some arc segment which is provided, whether it is cut or the opaque, or we can say that that one is the not cutted portion. Means it will generate some we can say that codes, that binary codes, or we can say decimal codes. This sensor directly gives the digital output. The encoder is directly mounted on the motor shaft with some gearing to enhance the accuracy of the measurement. To avoid noise in the encoder, a gray scale is sometimes used. A gray code, unlike binary code, allow only one of the binary bit in a code sequence to change the between the radial lines. It prevents confusing changes in the binary output of the absolute encoder when encoder oscillate between the points. Okay, just you can see here this
Coded
one is
position into a digital
one
or
is the
analog
linear
signal,
one.
which can then be decoded into position by a motion controller.
Now we will see
It is normally used
rotary
for
also.
linear measurements in order to detect the translational motion of an object. These encoders, in fact, can use a rod or a cable that is run between the encoder's transducer and the object that will be measured for movement. Let's move on to the rotary encoder, also known as shaft encoder. Unlike the linear, is the same thing, signals which are strong and accelerate and measure things such as disk access shutters,
Okay,
block
you can see
states
here.
the disk is rotated in a
This one
beam
is
of
the
light,
absolute
such as
encoder.
an LED,
A
and the
continuous
markings on the
slots.
disk
Okay,
access
one side
shutters,
sensor is
blocking and unblocking
light
the
source,
light.
and another
Thanks
one
to
is
this, a
another
unique
side
code
sensor.
pattern is produced.
It will count that
This means that
pulses
each position
and
of
it
the
will
shaft
generate
has a
the
pattern, and this pattern is used to determine the exact position. If the power to the encoder was lost and the shaft was rotated, when power is resumed, the encoder will record the absolute position as demonstrated by the unique pattern transmitted by the disk and received by the pickup device. Absolute measurement encoders can be single-turn or multi-turn. Single-turn absolute encoders are used for measurements of short distance, while multi-turn absolute encoders would be more suitable for longer distances or more complex positioning requirements. Incremental rotary encoders create an output signal every
this
time
one
that the shaft rotates a
incremental
certain amount.
rotary encoder.
This
हे
output
आहे
signal
incremental आणि
is then
पाठीमागचा जो होता
interpreted
तो
based
absolute
on the
rotary.
number of signals per revolution.
आणि हे जर
This
linear
encoder
असतं तर
begins
सरळ
its count
straight
at
line असते.
zero when powered on,
एक
so there are
rectangular
no
plate असते.
safeguards regarding the position. That's because, unlike the absolute encoder, the incremental encoder begins its count at zero in startup or power disruption. For this reason, it is necessary to determine a reference point for all. Uses two output channels of the encoder indicate both position and direction of rotation. If A leads B, for example, the disk is rotating in a clockwise direction. If B leads A, then the disk is rotating in a counterclockwise direction. Some types of incremental encoders with integrated Hall phases, which are usually employed in brushless motor, as you can see in our previous video. Linear encoders, on the other hand, can...
Okay, these are the, might be you understood this one. Understood this one? Rotary and rotary encoders. Rotary encoder सगळ्यांना लक्षात आलेलं आहे? Yes, no, let me know. Understood or not understood? Let me know. Yes, no. आहेत काय?
Yes.
Understood. Okay. We'll move to us. The next one is the potentiometer. Can anyone tell me, you have seen the potentiometer in your house? बघितलं असेल तुम्ही, where we use this potentiometer. What is the function of potentiometer? Potentiometer कशासाठी यूज करतो? Might be you have seen also this one, popularly known as a regulator, we can say that. Where we use the regulators? Can anyone? In home appliances, where we can use the regulator. Regulator बघितले असतील. Yes, where you have seen regulators? You have not seen regulator anywhere in house. Where? In fridge. Okay. Milk machine. TV. Okay. Again, where you have seen the? Might be you have seen fan. आपल्या घरातले fan बघितले असतील. To control that speed of fan, we have attached one regulator. Okay. सगळ्यांनी बघितले असेल फॅनचे रेग्युलेटर बघितलेत का सगळ्यांनी? Have you seen that regulators? Not, have you seen or not seen fan regulators? Fan regulator, it is one example of our potentiometer. Okay, potentiometer चे काय आहे तर आपलं एक्झाम्पल आहे. ओके, फॅन रेग्युलेटर म्हणजे काय केलं जातं तर त्या ठिकाणी तर by varying the resistance in potentiometer, what we are doing, by varying the resistance, varying the resistance, we are measuring the changing the displacement of the any mechanical equipment. Okay, एखादं मेकॅनिकल इक्विपमेंट असेल आणि त्याचं जर अँग्युलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट किंवा अँग्युलर व्हेलॉसिटी जर चेंज करायचं असेल तर आपल्याला काय करतो तर पोटॅन्शिओमीटरचा यूज केला जातो. आणि पोटॅन्शिओमीटर म्हणजे काय असणार आहे तर त्या ठिकाणी तर ओनली यू कॅन रिमेंबर दॅट देर इज सम डिफरंट रजिस्टर आर माउंटेड, or simply we can say that by varying the resistance value we can change the voltage, and due to change in voltage we can measure the angular velocity or the angular displacement of any mechanical device. Okay, a potentiometer also refers as a simply pot. It is a variable resistance device that express linear or angular displacement in term of व्होल्टेज. म्हणजे काय केलं जातं, तुम्ही फॅनचं स्पीड कमी जास्त करता म्हणजे काय करता तर यू आर चेंजिंग द रेजिस्टन्स व्हॅल्यू. ओके, ड्यू टू चेंज इन रेजिस्टन्स. ओके, इफ इट इज हाय रेजिस्टन्स द स्पीड विल बी लो. इफ विल बी वी कॅन से दॅट लो रेजिस्टन्स स्पीड विल increases. Means we can say that the resistance and the speed, it is inversely proportional. We can say that by increasing resistance we can reduce the speed of that fan. Understood? And as this point of contact moves, the resistance between the wiper and end leads of the device changes in proportional to the displacement. X and Y linear angular potentiometer respectively. Okay, we will watch one video. From that video you will understand. Can you see my screen? Video दिसते का सगळ्यांना? Yes, no. Is my screen is visible?
Grammarly helps you work
Yes.
more efficiently, which makes accomplishing your work goals easier.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Take a look at the image here. You will recognize it as one of the dials behind your steering wheel. Well, this is the fuel gauge, which changes position depending upon the fuel level in the tank. The fuel in the tank is measured via a simple sensor called the potentiometer sensor. In this video, we will learn about the potentiometer sensor in more detail. The potentiometer was discovered by J.C. Poggendorff in 1841. The potentiometer sensor, in very simple terms, converts mechanical displacement into a voltage difference. So how does this happen? Let's find out. The working of a potentiometer is similar to that of a rheostat. Potentiometer sensor works on the principle that as we vary the length of the wire over a fixed distance, the corresponding resistance changes, provided that the wire has a constant current flowing through it. This is why they are also termed as resistive elements. To understand this, let us have a look at this diagram.
Okay, now you can see here.
A and B. A movable wiper is present at point A, which can move along the length of the potentiometer. Let us name this as C. According to the principle mentioned earlier, as the wiper moves, it changes the resistance. With a change in resistance, a potential difference is developed. This change in potential difference helps us in measuring the displacement. If V is the total voltage and R is its total resistance, then V0 is the measured voltage over the resistance R0. Therefore, V0 by V equals R0 by R. Here we see that the track has a constant resistance per unit length. That is, it also has a constant resistance per unit angle. This means that an angular displacement can also be measured as the output is proportional through the angle by which the slider has rotated. Potentiometer sensors can be used to measure both linear and angular displacement as a result. Potentiometer sensors find their application in electric guitars too. The sensor here is wired as a volume control. By sending a part of the current to ground, it controls the amount of electric signal received by the amplifier. Potentiometer sensors were also used in TVs to adjust the brightness, contrast, and color response. It affected the synchronization between the received picture signal and the receiver's internal sweep circuit. Potentiometer sensors have the following advantages. They find the exact value of the potential difference between any 2 points, and they are easy to use. But they have a couple of disadvantages as well. They experience excessive wear due to moving parts, low repeatability, and limited frequency response. Well, that's all about potentiometer sensors. We'll see you again in the next video. Until then, bye.
Okay, this is about your potentiometer. Okay, we can use in our fuel gauges. Okay, जे काही fuel gauges असतात, तुम्ही मीटर बघितलं तर त्यामध्ये तुम्हाला potentiometer बघायला मिळेल. As well as where we can, okay, in guitars also you will find that potentiometer. Okay, potentiometer तुम्हाला बघायला भेटतील. Now next one is the LVDT, okay, linear variable differential transform. Again, this also LVDT is used for to measure the displacement. Okay, to measure displacement, we need this LVDT, linear variable differential transform. Okay, in that, one primary coil, 2 secondary coils mounted opposite to each other, and in between this primary coil and secondary coil, okay, here that movable ferrous core, okay, it is mounted. काय केलेलं तर, and this connected, okay, ही जो काही rod आहे हा कुठं connect केलेलाच नाही, it is connected to the where we measure the displacement. आता ज्या ठिकाणचं displacement measure करायचं आहे त्या जो काही पृष्ठभाग आहे त्या पृष्ठभागाला आपण काय करणार आहे तर त्या ठिकाणी connect करणार. Okay, means as the displacement of that part, also it will move this part also. Okay, ह्यातलं जी काही कोर आहे ती ही काय झाली पाहिजे तर मूव्ह झाली पाहिजे. सपोज लिनियर डिस्प्लेसमेंट मेजर करायचं तर या ठिकाणी एक बलून असेल तर ज्यावेळेस बलून ची साईज इन्क्रीज होईल तर त्यावेळेस काय असणार आहे तर इट विल मूव्ह आयदर फॉरवर्ड ऑर द बॅकवर्ड. ओके, जर बलूनची साईज इन्क्रीज झाली तर इट विल मूव्ह फॉरवर्ड, and if you will decreases, it will come to the its original shape, or it will move to the right hand side. Okay, partially, and you remember this one, LVDT are used for to measure the displacement, and how it is work. Now we will see. Partially, when high accuracy is needed, it generates an AC signal whose magnitude is related to the displacement of a moving core, as indicated in figure. Okay, you can see here the basic concept is the ferrous core moving in magnetic field, the field being produced in this manner similar to that standard transformer. There is a central core surrounding by 2 identical secondary coils and primary coils as shown in figure. As the core changes position with respect to the coils, it changes the magnetic field, and hence the voltage amplitude in the secondary coil changes as a linear function of core displacement over a considerable segment. A rotary variable differential transformer operate under the same principle as a LVDT, also available with range of approximately plus minus 40 degree. Now you remember, okay, one thing, okay, ह्यातल्या this forget about this whole part. Okay, हे काय लिहिलेले तेच मी आता सरळ भाषेत सांगतो. एक LVDT हे काय आहे तर एक डिव्हाइस आहे, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिव्हाइस आहे. ते कशासाठी यूज करा? Okay, this LVDT, it is one electronic device which is used for measurement of displacement. आता डिस्प्लेसमेंट मेजरमेंट करण्यासाठी यूज केलं जातं. तर ह्या ठिकाणी बघा, आता दोन सेकंडरी कॉईल आहेत आणि एक प्रायमरी कॉईल. ओके, आणि ह्या दोन्हीच्या मध्ये काय केलेलं तर एक कोर आहे आणि ही कोर काय केलेली आहे तर वी हॅव अटॅच्ड विथ मुव्हिंग प्लेट. जी काय मुव्हिंग प्लेट आहे त्याला अटॅच करणार. ओके, नाउ व्हेन वी इट इज सिमिलर कन्स्ट्रक्शन टू द युअर ट्रान्सफॉर्मर. ज्या पद्धतीने तुमचं ट्रान्सफॉर्मरचं कन्स्ट्रक्शन असतं त्याच पद्धतीने तुम्हाला ह्या ठिकाणी बघायला मिळेल. ओके, इन दॅट ऑल्सो इन transformer one primary coil is there and or we can say that another secondary coil is there. Okay, we are providing the current to the primary coil. आता काय करणार आहे तर आपण पहिल्यांदा प्रायमरी कॉइलला करंट प्रोव्हाइड करणार. When we pass the current to this primary coil, it will induce some magnetic field. Okay, this magnetic field, okay, काय करणार आहे ज्यावेळेस मी प्रायमरी कॉइलला करंट पास करेन तर त्यावेळेस काय करणार आहे तर करंट विल पास इन द प्रायमरी कॉइल अँड दिस प्रायमरी कॉइल जनरेट सम मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड. ओके, मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड त्या ठिकाणी जनरेट करणार आहे. इट विल कॉन्टॅक्ट विथ दिस फेरस कोर. Okay, it will contact with this ferrous core or this metal core. When we move this metal core to the left side, okay, आता मी the core, at center there is no EMF produced in the secondary coil. आता जर मी हा जो core ही फेरस कोर किंवा जी काही कोर सेंटरला आहे, मेटल कोर आहे जी सेंटरला आहे, तर त्या ठिकाणी ज्यावेळेस मी करंट प्रायमरी कॉइल मधून पास करेन त्यावेळेस काय असणार आहे तर ह्या दोन सेकंडरी कॉइल मध्ये कुठलाही ईएमएफ, ओके, इलेक्ट्रोमोटिव्ह फोर्स जनरेट होणार नाही. ओके, ईएमएफ इट डज नॉट जनरेट एनी ईएमएफ इनसाइड दिस टू सेकंडरी कॉइल्स. ओके, व्हेन वी मूव दिस कोर टू द लेफ्ट साइड it will generate EMF in this secondary coil. ओके, ज्यावेळेस मी आयर्न कोर लेफ्ट साइड ला मूव्ह करेन तर त्यावेळेस काय असणार आहे तर या सेकंडरी कॉइल मध्ये काय असणार आहे तर EMF प्रोड्यूस व्हायला सुरुवात होणार. ड्यू टू दिस EMF it will generate some millivolt, okay, current inside that secondary coil, and that current will measure with the help of voltmeter. Okay, and that voltmeter it will provide the information how much voltage it will produce. Depend upon that voltage we can see the displacement of the core. Means this displacement of the core is directly proportional to that voltmeter. Means the amount of voltage it will change. ओके, जेवढं जास्त व्होल्टेज चेंज होईल तेवढं काय असणार आहे तर हे जी मुवमेंट जास्त होणार आहे. ड्यू टू दिस मुवमेंट देर विल बी मॅक्झिमम ED current will be produced and that current will generate maximum amount of current on secondary coil. Okay, we have one video, just watch this one and after that we will end today. Just see this one.
Hey guys, welcome back. Where the role of an
Okay, directly we will go to the diagram.
Primary coil is wound at the center. Two secondary coils having an equal number of turns are wound at equal distance from the primary coil on the cylinder. Through the center of the cylinder, a magnet is held with the help of a long non-ferromagnetic shaft or push rod, which is allowed to move freely inside the cylinder. The primary coil is connected to an AC source. A current is passed over the primary coil, and due to mutual inductance, an induced EMF is developed on the secondary coils. The induced EMF in secondary coils S1 and S2 are taken to be E1 and E2 respectively. As you can see in the animation, when the magnet is placed at the center of the cylinder, an equal amount of EMF is developed on either side of the secondary coil. Since there is no movement of the coil here, the net EMF is 0. This is called the null phase and is given by E out equals E1 minus E2 equals 0 volts. Now, when the coil is moved towards one side, for example, S1, the secondary coil becomes more strongly coupled than S2. This means that there is a larger EMF developed in S1 than in S2. The output of this is given by E out equals E1 minus E2. Conversely, when the core moves towards the secondary coil S2, the output is given by E out equals E2 minus E1. Thus, by measuring the change in EMF, we can calculate the distance by which the core is moved. There are some qualities of LVDT that make them very efficient in the industries. Apart from being extremely reliable, the repeatability of LVDT is extremely high. Since the core is not fixed to any part, there is no friction. The setup is placed in a closed configuration, allowing no contamination or moisture to enter. Hence, these devices can be used for a very long period of time. LVDT, apart from aircraft, find their usage in measuring fuel level in nuclear reactors. They are also used for weight-sensitive applications. Well, that's all on LVDT.
You can watch this, or otherwise we will see in the next lecture. Okay, if you have any problem, you can ask. Otherwise, we will stop today's session. You can write your roll numbers in chat box. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. You can write your roll numbers in chat box and you can do, no problem.